I walked out mid-interview from one of the top retail stores in the world. After clearing 3 rounds to be a store assistant, I had the final round with the store manager. I was called in at 11 and I reached in time. The manager doesn't show up till 11:15 and I went to the till and asked them to call the manager. He comes and gives me a 1-page doc to read and says he will be back in 2 minutes. It's 1130 and no signs of him. He comes and asks me to help one of the employees stock. I do that for 15 minutes and nobody is around to even see and evaluate my work. Nobody to tell me if I am doing it right, picking heavy stuff right, or what I could do better. I was given no gloves, safety wear, and a packaging box gave me a cut. That is when I lost it and stormed out. I also realized there was a very specific type of people working in such stores and there were hardly any native folks there. They clearly exploit the ones who need the money and get away with it time after time. Edit the stocking working for an hour or so is a part of the interview screening and I had no choice but to attempt it in case I want to get selected. They pay significantly more 15 weekdays, 50 on weekends than anyone else for the same sort of work, so I wanted to give it a try. Interview rounds. First online application I got through easy since I had an employee referral. Second gear around video interview, answer 5 questions that come on screen. Third was with the area manager, 20 minutes in person. Fourth, store experience aka free labor. Report them on all the sites they post the position. Why on earth would you need 3 rounds of interviews to be a store assistant? Wait. He was trying to get free labor from you as part of the interview? Oops, I just dropped literally everything I was supposed to stock on the shelves. Did I get the job yet? 3 rounds of interviews for a grocery store? The fuck? Top retail store job, bottom 10th percentile of desirable jobs. You failed the easy to exploit test. Name the company. Why do people come here and still insist on not naming companies? Retail work is systematized disrespect. You're better off. Any job that requires you to do the work as part of the interview process is a scam. Massive red flag. Never do that again. I was given no gloves, safety wear, and a packaging box gave me a cut. That is when I lost it and stormed out. You were injured in the job, you should file a claim with the company for workman's comp. Send them your invoices for non-employee services provided. $150 hour with 4-hour minimum. That is not an interview. That is putting you on the job. And it may not be legal. What the fuck do Native Americans have to do with your interview? There was no interview. You were hired under the table. How the fuck are companies wasting people's time making them jump through hoops with 4 interviews to work in a bloody shop? What the actual fuck? Do you have the use of both arms and legs? Yes. Do you want to work here? Yes. Job done. What kind of people are native folk exactly? Like Native Americans? I would have given the manager a handwritten bill for the interview labor. Charged at my current rate of $400 hour at $2,000 if out of state contract. Not really on the dollar. I'm retired, but you get it. P.S. The fact that they put you to work could have been construed as an acceptance of contracted work and you might be entitled to compensation. Lol. I don't do video interviews. For many reasons, including giving away, for free, my expressions to facial recognition software. And second, fuck any company who expects me to put forth all the effort without pay. Thirdly, it's super inhuman. Like I don't get a back and forth with someone, but they get to review my video without me being present. Nah, fuck that. I also realized there was a very specific type of people working in such stores and there were hardly any native folks there. Can you clarify this? Rofl being cut by a box. Don't do free labor for anyone. Sounds like a place I'd like to never shop at. Yeah, that's BS. I'm here for a job, not to play petty loyalty games. How the fuck are companies wasting people's time making them jump through hoops with 4 interviews to work in a bloody shop? What the actual fuck? Do you have the use of both arms and legs? Yes. Do you want to work here? Yes. Job done. Work for free as part of an interview at a retail store. That begs for a slip and fall so hard I ended up in the hospital. Kid, you're about to have a tough life ahead of you if you can't even figure out how to stock shelves in a retail store. You cut yourself trying to open a box, but they're the incompetent ones? I swear sometimes this sub forgets most of its members are mostly useless. It's literally an hour. I've been in interviews before that lasted more than an hour. If I asked them to pay me for it they would have laughed. I think this company dodged a huge bullet by you walking out. As you said, they're a top retailer worldwide, and were paying more than others. Seems like they won't miss you and you missed out on an opportunity. You failed the last interview. An employee's ability to adapt to the situation is the difference between a good one and a porony. The other employee stocking with you was the one evaluating you, and you failed. Store assistant requires 3 rounds of interviews. Also, it's retail, a background check and 2 interviews max should be conducted. That's insane and honestly utter bullshit. They can't do business more efficiently. They better pay you for the time you worked, lol. He was watching to see if you could take initiative and how well you work with others. Also to see if you follow safety guidelines. Did you ask for protective wear or just proceed and do the work? Bullet dodged, friend. I strongly dislike this specific retailer and we're striving to be the best company to work for onboarding videos. I've started as a saleswoman the past few weeks and I've already had to deal with poor management and contradicting instructions. It pays twice as much as anywhere else in my area, though. Stupid Oklahoma. Boy, the company really dodged a bullet. Just kidding. Good on you. Top retail store in the world, what are things Americans say, for $800 Alex? One of the top large corporation that couldn't care less about you. I used to work for DHL and they employed a one-armed stock picker in the distribution center I was a supervisor at. It didn't last long as his productivity was hindered by his disability. He had passed his basic training in stock handling though. Send them an invoice. You did contract work. You had me at retail. You do realize that if you performed actual work, they owe you money for that and you can file a complaint with the State Department of Labor? Assuming you are in the US. And why didn't you just suck it up to get the job? It seems like it is a good role and you just shot yourself in the foot. Lol. Was this in the States? If so, there's no way a top retailer had you work for free. He comes and asks me to help one of the employees stock. I do that for 15 minutes and nobody is around to even see and evaluate my work. Nobody to tell me if I am doing it right, picking heavy stuff right or what I could do better. I was given no gloves, safety wear and a packaging box gave me a cut. That is when I lost it and stormed out. You did free work for them. They were likely never going to hire you. If anyone expects you to do work as part of an interview, it's perfectly acceptable to say that's fine, but I don't work for free, I expect to be compensated at the rate for the position. WTF man, sue them or call the Department of Labor, they made you work for free. Yeah, that's BS. I'm thinking Dollar General or Family Dollar. Probably not Target or Walmart, but also possible I guess. Either way sounds lame. Next time you run into a working interview, fall and mess yourself up. Not on the clock, not protected from being sued. I would file a wage claim with DOL, but I'm petty, like causing headaches for shitty companies, and don't mind paperwork. Start naming the companies. Do you want a job or not? The other officially hired and paid employees didn't see it at all odd that a stranger was working with them, and didn't stop to question it. Maybe it's such a common practice with this company to exploit people for their free labor that no one batted an eye.